The Rideshare Expense Report is a custom analytical report. It provides a granular view of all your rideshare business expenses. The expenses are divided into two primary sections: vehicle expenses and other expenses. Vehicle expenses are all the expenses attributed to the use of your vehicle and are divided into two categories. 1. Vehicle expenses allowed when taking the mileage deduction, the standard mileage rate method. And 2. Vehicle expenses allowed when not taking the mileage deduction, the actual expense method. Vehicle expenses allowed when taking the mileage deduction are those which you can claim as tax deductions when your vehicle is not directly owned by your rideshare business. These include car wash and detail, parking, tolls, and fees. In addition to this set of deductions, you will also receive 54 cents per mile driven as a tax deduction. This 54 cents per mile usually exceeds the inclusion of the remaining vehicle expenses, which you cannot deduct when you take the mileage deduction. Vehicle expenses allowed when not taking the mileage deduction include the actual expenses for which you receive a tax deduction. Under the actual expense method, you may claim all of the expenses related to your business use of your vehicle. The vast majority of the time, especially given a vehicle which is relatively fuel efficient and less than 10 years old, the standard mileage rate method will provide a greater deduction than the actual expense method. Please note, however, if you have ever used the actual expense method, you may never go back to using the standard mileage deduction method. Under current IRS law, you may pursue the vehicle deduction in one of these two ways: the standard mileage rate method or the actual expense method. EEZZDriver includes both methods on this report for comparison. The Other Expenses section contains all expenses attributed to your rideshare business which are not associated with the use of your vehicle. The bottommost section of the Rideshare Expense Report is EEZZDriver's current projections for the total deduction you can claim as a result of your rideshare activities. The difference between the two methods determines which method will yield the greater tax advantage.